All right, Nation, we made some moves. Believe it or not, we went and picked up Clinton Dix. A lot of people sitting there saying to themselves, is he a free safety? Is he a strong safety? He's 211 pounds. Xavier Woods around 202, 206 pounds. Xavier Woods plays better at free. Clinton Dix plays better at free. So I don't know whether or not they're going to do this switch role and they're going to move somebody down in the box. I know that you can play with two high safeties or free safeties, dare I say. But I'm looking at the skill set. So that may not change anything. They may look at this situation and say to themselves, maybe Donovan Wilson can play down in the box. He played it in the college land. So, and then Donovan Wilson, all through preseason last year, played better at free. It may be still a void. Look, this team last year, we had no issues, no worries as it relates to pass defense. Our main issue and our main concern was run defense. Oh, how do you improve on run defense? That front four, linebackers flying out to the ball, free lanes, alleyways. I think that this team still needs to make the initial investment on that front four. Maybe a Snacks, maybe somebody that can be a big plug that you can put inside. On top of that, maybe in this draft, we can find that particular need as well. Now, also, when you look at this team, strong safety is a big hole. Remember, I said we got a lot of holes. And not talking about the ladies, I'm talking about on this defense. So when you think about this, Cowboy Nation, what are our game? What is our overall objective with this? I think we should be thinking about this. How we improve on that cornerback play. Can these guys come in, fit in with this particular system? And should we understand that we're not trying to change everything? Because when you get to the mindset and you try to change out everything, we don't want that little thing that we call learning curve. We don't want that. We definitely don't want that. You don't want that. You over there don't want it. And you over there don't want it. We want to be able to get out there and play with some type of, consistency. That's all just on the defensive side. I still have my reservations on. Look, we know that we didn't get a lot of turnovers last year. On top of that, our sack levels were not even that. That's something to brag on. When we lost the guy that got the majority of the sacks, although he abandoned the run support. But I think with his DeMarcus Lawrence situation all off season, last year, he was not working out. He was trying to rehab, you see. So I just look at it in those parameters. And now that we have a McCoy, not saying that McCoy is the best thing since sliced bread, not saying that he's going to come up in here and start walking on water. No, that's not his game plan. But my thing is, what we want from McCoy is to just win your one-on-one battles. Just win those. You win your one-on-one battles, hey, that's going to force people to say, hey, I can't continue to give this guy one-on-one, meaning that we got to slide and kick somebody else inside to help block. That's going to free up DeMarcus Lawrence. That's going to free up a Randy Gregory if he's able to come back into this particular situation. And we all leaning on, hoping on, and seeing and hoping that, hey, can Randy Gregory please come back? Can he please? So that's what we're hoping for, but we just don't know. So let's get this draft thing going, Cowboy Nation. On the offensive side of the ball, we have to say this, Emmanuel Sanders. The money is the only thing that's holding him back. I think that the 49ers, they threw another offer out there saying, hey, you already know the system. You already know the people that's over here. Hey, you know, San Francisco is pretty nice. Why don't you just stay? And Dallas, it's going to be hard for us to throw a lot of money at a 33, 34-year-old guy, knowing that this particular wide receiver class is deep the way it is. Let's be real with it. There's an Emmanuel Sanders in this particular draft. So they're evaluating their draft board. Now, I do know that a known commodity is a whole lot better than the unknown because those guys have yet to play a down in the NFL. But you build through the draft. As the Cowboys say, we build through the draft. And I just look at this team, so many holes on this particular defensive side of the ball. It's the offensive coach or whoever on the offensive side, the personnel, they're going to have to bang on the desk, saying, hey, give me this offensive guy. Give me this offensive guy. They're going to have to fight for that. They really do. They're going to have to fight for the pecking order in this draft. We know how that thing go. Also, last night when I was live like 95, you guys know how this thing go one way or another. We were talking about the only way I can see this team moving back in the draft, like the 17 pick to get multiple picks in the draft, sliding back, would be if they got on their draft board a lot of tags touching on certain players, and they know for sure they have a chance and an opportunity to get one of those guys based off of average numbers or what have you, and they got a team that really want to dance with them, then they can moonwalk back a little bit, get multiple picks, and say to themselves, man, we still got the guy that we really want. It can all be possible. And on top of that, when you have a new coaching staff, what one thing that you do want? You want to bring in some guys that you know for sure. You want to bring in some contemporaries on the coaching staff that you know for sure. And then on top of that, you want the trifecta. You want as many of draft picks you can because you want to be able to sell to the owner, hey, I got this. Trust me. This is the guy that I had picked. This is my guy that I can evaluate and develop in all of these things. So I want people to understand that portion of it too. We got a brand new coaching staff. So the philosophy may be changing. The theory may be changing. The sit-down conversation for the nation with Will McCoy, that's all changing, you say. That's how I look at it. I look at it like those things because these guys got to prove it that they can earn. They got to earn the fact that they wearing the silver and blue, that they coaching on the sideline. They say this is America's team, right? But they got to act like it. So that's why they got to really press. They got to really do their homework. And they can't fold up like lawn chairs. They got to be really on it. New job. You know what? You know when you get that new job, you on time, you early, you telling everybody hello and goodbye. You doing everything. Not saying that you brown nosing or anything, because I know y'all don't brown nose over there. But what I'm saying is that with this particular situation for the nation, this new coaching staff, some of these guys had already been head coaches before, been in prominent positions like a defensive coordinator. And now they position coaches and these sorts. They got a lot to prove. They got a lot to prove. And on top of that, this NFC East, we're not folding up. This NFC East is something special. You got the Eagles. They going out making moves. They trying to get Darius Slay and these sort of things. They got them now. But what I'm saying is everybody making moves to compete. Don't sleep on the Redskins. They got a different head coach in there. So don't you think that he's trying to make moves? He's trying to get the best of the best of the best of the best for his particular team. And on top of that, even though we say old Coach Red when he was coaching for the Dallas Cowboys, don't you think he got an axe to grind with the Dallas Cowboys? I'm talking about Coach Red, Jason Garrett, now that he's over there in Giants land. So this division is going to be a grimish, gritty type of division. I'm going to say this again, and nobody can argue against the truth. There's no other division got more Super Bowls than the NFC East. I do know a lot of people say this is the NFC least. No. We compete against each other. Hell, we beat down each other. So by the time we play other teams, sometimes we fold. But collectively speaking, there's no other division that compete amongst each other like the Dallas Cowboys, the Giants, the Redskins, the Eagles, you say. So we going to have to figure this thing out, Cowboy Nation. We going to have to rise to the top. Cream rises to the top, and we should be the creme de la creme right now, baby. We should be the team that's setting the tone, setting the pace. Hey, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. Hey, the second coming or the reemerging of, dare I say, my God, Blake Jarwin. You know what I'm talking about, right, Cowboy Nation? Second coming, because he came in 18 and then he had to sit back in 19 and now he's back. So we will see. Cowboy Nation, post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns. Let me know how this thing should rock, roll, and get this thing going. And leave a comment. Subscribe to this channel. Let that friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.